Hi guys, today we are studying spelling this for Unit 21. Unit 21 words are words that from the base word have changed the final Y to I. So let's start. The first word is duties. The base word for duties is duty that ends in Y. And when we make the plural for duties, we take out the Y and we replace it with I and add yes. So duties. Duties in this case is something that a person ought to do. Their responsibilities, okay? For example, your duties are to make your bed, make your homework, study, help your mom, okay? Maybe you have some special duties at home too. So there are your responsibilities, basically. Number 2 is earlier. Earlier means happening before the usual time or expected time. For example, when we changed our schedules for the Zoom connections, we had to start getting up earlier than before because the first class was going to start earlier than before. We had classes and we used to have classes at 9 and now we have them at 7:30. So it's earlier. Loveliest is the most attractive or beautiful or enduring, okay? For example, this flower is the loveliest flower from this plant, okay? Or from the ones that this person was looking at. Then we have denied. Denied means decline or declared to be untrue. For example, if you ask for permission to go to your friend's house and your parents say no, well, they have denied you permission, okay? They have denied your request. Number 5, ferries. Ferries are boats used to transfer passengers, vehicles, or goods. And just like, for example, the ferries that we take to Margarita Island, and they transfer these passengers, vehicles, and goods across a body of water. Then we have word number 6, sunnier. Sunnier means brighter than another one with sunlight. For example, these days from this week are sunnier from last week's days because last week was raining, okay? So now we have sunnier days. Now word number 7, terrified. Terrified means filled with terror, okay? Like when you see a scary movie, you are terrified. Number 8, abilities. Abilities are qualities of being able to do something. For example, you can have abilities among your abilities that you know how to cook, sing, dance, swim, okay, play some instrument, okay? So those are abilities. Then dirtier. Dirtier is an adjective that you use to compare among two dirty objects, and you say dirtier for the one that has more dirt than the other one. For example, here we have two phone cases or two iPhones, and you can see that they are both dirty, but the one on the right is dirtier than the one on the left, okay? Scariest is the most frightening or alarming, okay? For example, let's think about the Batman movie. We have seen a lot of different Batman movies, and they all have the Joker as a character. But I think it's my opinion that from the last movie, this Joker is the scariest Joker of all, okay? Of all the ones, of all the characters that we have seen on previous movies. Number 11, trophies. Trophies are prizes given or received as a symbol of victory. Here we have 3 trophies, okay? Number 12, cozier. Cozier is the most comfortable. For example, this pillow here, this is like a body pillow. So it's cozier than the one that I used to use when I go to sleep, which is a simple rectangle pillow. So this one is cozier, I think. Number 13, enemies. Enemies are persons, animals, or groups that hate each other or wish harm to another. Like, for example, Batman and the Joker are enemies. Iciest is coldest. It's also an adjective. And so Antarctica, for example, here we have a picture of a glacier in Antarctica. Antarctica is the iciest place on Earth. Then we have word 15, greediest. Greediest is filled with more greed than the rest. A greedy person is a person that wants everything for himself. He doesn't want to share any of what he has. It's all mine, like the picture shows. So this one is the greediest person that I've seen in any of the images, okay? Number 16, drowsier. Drowsier is sleepier. For example, this baby here is drowsier than me. He is, you know, like yawning and he's about to go to sleep. So he is drowsier than me, definitely. Number 17, victories are defeats of an opponent or enemy. For example, Rafa Nadal, he plays tennis very well and he has over 1,000 wins or defeats. And they are also called victories. He has over 1,000 victories. For over 1,000 times, he had defeated an opponent. Number 18, horrified is unpleasantly surprised or shocked, like the girl here. It's similar to terrified, okay? 19, memories. Things that are remembered. We can remember images, we can remember music, we can remember a lot of things. Those things we can remember are memories. Strategies. Strategies are plans of action in order to achieve a goal. Easier. Easier means needing less effort. For example, it's easier to move from A to B on a straight line than following this path on top, okay? This is more complicated. So it's easier to go on a straight line. Families. Families are groups of persons where each group is related by blood or their relatives. Here we have 4 different families in this picture. Numbers 23, studied. Studied is closely and carefully examined as the past tense of the verb study. So all these students have studied a lot for this exam or quiz they're right now having, okay? Number 24, countries. Countries are lands where people live under a single government. They are also called nations. So if we see this map and we can see that all the countries have been identified with their map, their flag. Okay, number 25, happiest. Happiest is the most pleased. And here I have 3 emojis, and from the 3 emojis that are happy, the happiest emoji of the all 3 is the last one. Okay, the third emoji is the happiest expression of the 3 emojis. Number 26, unified is formed into a whole. For example, soccer, the soccer game, soccer sport is a unified sport. Okay. Number 27, dictionaries. Dictionaries are reference books that contain a phonetical list of words and their meanings. Like the dictionaries you have for you have a Spanish dictionary and you have an English dictionary and maybe you have a Spanish-English dictionary. So you have all 3 dictionaries, which is the plural form for dictionary. Number 28, boundaries. Boundaries are limits. Okay, in this case, the boundary is this yellow line here. And boundaries is the plural form of boundary. Number 29, satisfied. Satisfied means fulfilled. For example, if you requested a service and you are happy with what you received, then you are satisfied. Number 30, tragedies are disastrous events. So if we have a fire in a building and maybe the fire is in the building next to it and it goes on and on, we have several tragedies because we have a tragedy on one building and another, it's a disastrous event, okay? Several tragedies. It's the plural of tragedy. Again, a word that ends with Y, and the Y was replaced by an I and ES. Okay, guys, so now you have to work on your spelling book unit, number 21. This goes from page 138 to 143. These are the pages you have to complete, and you should do that before going into our homework, okay? Our homework is a Google form, okay? This Google form will be due Thursday, March 25th, okay? So remember that. Well, guys, this is, okay, we are opening the Google form. Let's see if, yes, this is like how the homework for this week looks like. Okay, so be sure to put all the information and to copy your email correctly. Okay, guys, well, this is all for today, and see you next week. Bye-bye.